Ladies and gentlemen, one half of your first ever CFFC Muay Thai main event, Keemaan Diop. Keemaan, how we doing, man? Happy fight week.
Thank you. Doing well.
And then, is this your first time coming to Philly to fight? I know you fought in Atlantic City before, right?
Yeah, the Philly. This is the first time for Philly.
You excited for Philly? You ever been to Philly not to fight?
I have. I've enjoyed the food.
I mean,
So
can't go wrong with a cheesesteak, right?
it's true. It's true. So it'll be good to be back for sure.
Awesome, man. And then, yeah, man, we're excited to have you, excited to see you in the main event. I'll be there live in the flesh, watching it all go down. So I guess, I'm pretty familiar with Cage Fury. This is their first Muay Thai event. So how did this come to be for you? Like, who reached out? How did you get on board with Cage Fury?
I've been working with Level Up, Jason Farrell for a while now. We have some connections from the past, so he was the one who connected me with Cage Fury, and the rest is history. So yeah.
And I mean, you fought all over, name and
Yes.
glory, and now coming to Cage Fury. So what are your thoughts on Cage Fury and what they do?
It seems like they've always put on a good show in terms of MMA and everything. So I'm excited to see the Muay Thai scene grow. And yeah, it's cool to see it, become a part of the mainstream media and sports and in the States. So it's an honor to be a part of it and yeah, kick it off for the first event.
Yeah, man, very excited. And I know this is, maybe a premature question. You haven't even fought with Cage Fury yet, but do you have any goals with the promotion? Like, if you do, what are they?
If the future opens up more, competition, whether it's MMA or Muay Thai, competing is my love. So I'm right here for it.
And then you mentioned Level Up Boxing. Is that primarily where camp's been, where you've been training?
For this camp, yeah, I've been with Level Up primarily. So
And then I guess for those who don't know, kind of name drop some partners, coaches, who you working with every day.
this camp, I've gotten to work with Gary Mack and Sodiq Yusuff and a few other like real pretty good legitimate guys. So it's been a good one.
And you've known Sadiq for a while, right? Because I saw he was tweeting about you
Mm.
back in like 2016. What's it like working with him? I talked
Yeah,
to him a few times. He's a good guy.
he's a solid individual. Both in terms of his skill set and just himself. He's a solid guy. It's been a long time that I've known him and worked with him. So it's good to have a group of solid guys really to work with and prepare. So yeah.
And I mean, it's ranked featherweight talent in the UFC, like some of the
Mhm.
best you can get. And I know Level Up's a great gym as is. So I guess like that high level training, how is that going to
Mhm.
carry you into this fight?
It's what supports the fight, the preparation, the high level training. Yeah, of course, that's what kind of sets the blueprint for a good night. So with a solid camp, it does nothing but uplift the self and the preparations that's ready just to put it out and compete in full. So yeah, it's a blessing for sure.
And Sadiq just got, I just thought about this. He just got a big fight announced for UFC 300.
Yeah.
He's taking on Diego, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, I mean, unbiasedly, how's that one going down?
Sadiq I mean, I feel like his last fight kind of spoke to his ability and his level and what more he can do. So, I'd say no, you can never count the guy out. So he's a dangerous guy for sure. So I have him with his hands up, of course.
And then for this fight, who's going to be coming with you to be in your corner?
Jason Farrell and my family will be there. So it'll be a good one.
Awesome, man. Excited to meet y'all. Excited to watch it go down. And then in the main event, I might butcher his last name. It's a little bit, it's a lot for me, but Amine El Motisme. Sounds good to me.
Mhm.
what are your thoughts on him as an opponent? What have you seen from him so far?
As an opponent, he seems like a good fighter. In terms, I don't know him as an individual, or I've never had any interactions with him, but I've seen a lot of his fights, and he's a good opponent, a worthy adversary. So I'm ready to meet him and see what this story has to unfold.
And then you just said you saw a lot of his fights, and obviously you are yourself. You're with yourself every fight. So when you're talking about your style and what you bring and what you've seen from him, I guess like how do you see your guys' styles clashing? Like what kind of fight do you think you're in for?
I think I'm in a danger for him. So of course, I'm looking to finish, and everything will play out, and we'll see.
Are you a prediction guy at all? Can I ask that?
I'm not a prediction guy, but I see my hands up. That's it.
And then 2,300, I know you said you fought in Philly. So 2,300, it's a
Mhm.
unique environment because it's very like intimate, right? It's a nice big space, but the fans are right there. And I'm not sure how they're going to have it set up for Muay Thai, but I imagine it'll be the same. So, with your exciting style, his exciting style, the fans right on your guys' necks, like, is that something you like that little like close knit, close quarters brawl?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I like every situation has its own like benefit, to put it that way. It is a lively atmosphere with having everybody in there. It's also cool to have a quiet atmosphere. They have both their own pros. So no, but it'll be cool to feel the energy and have everybody close and locked into the fight. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting night.
Philadelphia's first professional Muay Thai bout, or main event. So people are going to be excited for sure. And assuming all goes well, assuming all stays healthy, do you have
Mhm.
an ideal return, even if it's not for Cage Fury? Like, how you want to stay busy coming up, but what's your plan?
This year needs to be busy. That's been my plan. So yeah, as soon as this fight is over, I have a couple of ideas in mind. But if Cage Fury does also bring someone new to the table who's ready to go, I'll be right there, ready to go. So
Can you tease any of those next steps, next ideas you have in mind yet?
not just yet. We have to. I need some confirmation a little bit more before putting them out. So regardless, I'll be there and I'll be here ready to compete and face the next. So
Well, we'll leave the fans with some big things in the work. Fair enough.
yes.
Love it, man. Love it. And then, I know whatever you want to call it, the regional scene, it's professional Muay Thai bout, but it's not as simple as, hey, we're in this one promotion with a ranking pool and I can pick opponents. But I do like to ask, is there anyone out there? Any grudge matches? Anyone that you simply want to fight because you think it would be a good fight? Any names that interest you?
No grudge matches, but I do have a couple names. Um, Scott McKenzie is someone I've been looking forward to. So we'll see if he comes out. But outside of that, it doesn't matter the name. It's who's ready to compete, who's looking to level up and compete at a high level. It's the idea of fighting the best guys and beating them. So it doesn't matter. Whoever is ready to in game, ready to compete, I'll be right there.
Love it, man. And then you just touched on this. You said, this year you got to get busy. It's time to stay busy. So,
Mhm.
what goals do you have for yourself this year? We're so earlier in the year, about a year from now, 2025. Where would you like to be?
I want to 5 fights in, hopefully this year. Muay Thai, maybe one or two MMA would be good. So again, that like I said, active, staying busy. Time's moving by for all of us. So, you might as well spend it well and be full in it. So yeah,
Love, yeah, you can
that's
say
it.
that again, man. Time does not stop for anybody. And last question for me came in career. What goals do you have there? When it's all said and done, what would you have liked to said? I did that.
I've been full. Again, back to time and back to it's moving in one direction. So the idea is not to be wasting it or being half engaged and not giving the fullest or not realizing full potential. It's to face each thing that we have in front of us fully and give it our all. So like at the end of all the career and everything done and said is like I was full and I'm proud of that what was put out. So yeah, it's just facing the next challenges, whatever comes in front, facing it full on, and getting the best results out of it.
And then came in, man, before I get you out of here, you have tons of fans. You're going to be, or tons of fans are going to be introduced to you in Cage Fury now. And you got people watching the interview, a support network, you name it. So that being said, is there anything you would like to say to everybody? If so, the mic is yours. Go ahead.
Enjoy the show.
Short and sweet. I love it. Enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. Cayman said it best. Make sure you tune in January 27th, 2300 Arena or OnlyFans for the first ever CFFC Muay Thai main event. Keemaan Diop, kick some ass, all right?
Thank you.